Welcome, Hockenton football fans, to Dave Hughes Stadium. Today, October 18th, your Hillers taking on the Westwood Wolverines. Hi, I'm Rick DeCina today in the booth with the Mr. Everything, Mike Terosian, as we bring you action, an early game today because of the Triple E threat still out there looming in Hopkinton. So we've moved this game to 3:30 here this Friday, so no lights tonight. Mike,
never knew three letters could be so difficult.
They've impacted quite a bit, not just the football program, I'm sure. So
everything.
I don't know at HCAM. They must think we don't work or something.
Well, it's great. It's great for the fact that we have the volunteers that we do that can get out of work early, or some that don't work at all, which makes it fantastic.
So the Hillers can come back home after a tough night last week at Medfield, where they lost 28-14. It moves their record to 1-4. As I said, they are meeting the Westwood Wolverines, who come in at a 2-3 record. Both teams in Division 4 South. Westwood number 5 with that 2-3 record. Hopkinton number 9 with their 1-4 record. So I'm guessing a big uphill climb for them to make the playoffs. Two more games left in the Tri-Valley League. This one and next one, they'll be hosting Holliston next week. So that's a big test for them, as well as Hopkinton is 5-0 and doing pretty well in Division 5 South. So today's game is pretty impactful in terms of what happens in the next couple of weeks. As we watch the captains move out to the field, we have captain number 4, Max Lakasha, number 10, Robbie Bernardin, I'm looking for him here. I know there's more. Number 25, Zach Levy, and number 54, Luke McDonald. On the other side of the field, they have captains Jake Paff, Captain Dylan Mahoney, Captain Kevin McDonald, number 34, Captain Colin Fay, and number 56, Captain Alex Solias. So there's quite a few guys out there for the coin toss. Mike, as we begin to get into this game, I don't know how many games you've watched, and I've only seen one, but I've looked at the numbers a little bit, and it looks like this Robbie Bernardin, as a one-year starter, can throw the ball. He's pretty poised back there, and he looks pretty good, I said, for a one-year starter.
Right, and as you said, I haven't seen many of the games, but I hear a lot of talk about that kid's arm.
Yeah, and he's got the poise, he's got the size, and he's got a number one receiver who started to filter out, certainly the last game I saw. And when you look at the stat sheet, Cole Salyard's 18 receptions has really stepped forward as the number one guy.
So Hopkinton wins the toss and defers, and we'll kick off the start of this game.
Sounds like the NFL, right?
Yeah. Hey, let's turn things over to Jay.
Yeah, we're going to let Jay do his announcement, and we'll have the national anthem and the band's here, so we'll get back to you.
Brad Pendle and captains Jake Pfaff, Dylan Mahoney, and Kevin McDonald. The Hillers are led by Coach Dan McLean and captains Max Lakasha, Robbie Bernardin, Luke McDonald, and Zach Levy. As always, the Tri-Valley League is committed to the highest ideals of sportsmanship and establishing a healthy environment for interscholastic competition. The league will not tolerate negative statements or actions directed towards competitors, game officials, or fans in attendance. Such actions include taunting, trash talking, and berating of players, coaches, and officials. The TVL has adopted a zero-tolerance policy. Warnings will not be issued, and offenders will be ejected. Please respect all decisions made by officials. Please respect fans, coaches, participants, and opponents alike. Today we fly the flag at half-mast in remembrance of Congressman Elijah Cummings. Now please rise for the playing of our national anthem, as performed by the HHS band led by Craig Hay.
once again, a terrific rendition by the Hopkinton High Band. And I'm telling you, the last couple of games, they've got maybe the entire band here. They're led by Greg Hay, who's been doing a terrific job since they've been.
You do know that's just a volunteer pep band.
I know, but
these are just a volunteer pep band.
There's got to be 80 of them.
When I first started coming to games, there was 5 of them.
Yeah.
And they used to be in the corner of those bleachers over there, and there was 5 guys. Now they take up a quarter of the stands. And then you get another quarter of the stands for the student section, and then the rest of the parents get the other half, if they can fit in here.
No, it's always good to have the band here, especially on a beautiful Friday afternoon. It's probably about 60 degrees, a light wind. I saw the flag breeze a little bit.
Yeah.
We got lucky a little bit in terms of timing. We had a lot of rain over the last couple of days. I'm guessing the field's in pretty good shape. It looks great, but it could be soggy in the corners, and we're going to find out as the game goes on.
Yeah, and as everyone knows of the infamous crown on this field, it's got, like a 5-foot crown?
Yeah.
And it drains really well, but the corners are the soggiest. So, Jay, just mentioned upstairs, John Ritz all by himself for the cameras. Up there, he's going to be keeping an eye on everything. So,
and then we got our friend on the music, Brian Herr, keeps us and the fans going between snaps and timeouts and whatnot to keep the juices flowing. So we're ready to go as Hopkinton will kick from north to south.
We got a little equipment adjustment here in the front. And
Mike, can you see the number of the kicker?
the number is not that clear from here.
It could be Tommy
Number
Hamlin.
2?
Number
Is it 2?
No, there's no
9.
2. Number 9? We don't have a 9 on the roster. Okay, so he's a squib kick, and it's picked up by one of the up men, and he stopped pretty much where he fielded it at about the 33-yard line. Number 6, Kyle Burgess on the return. So the Wolverines will set up at about the 34-yard line, 1st and 10. It's good to have the booth official in here today. We started last game without one, and we couldn't tell you how much time was left.
Oh, that's why the clock wasn't where I just thought the clock malfunctioned.
No,
that makes sense.
No.
I tell you what's nice about having the clock, not only having the scores and the yardage and everything, but when we don't see a call, he tells us.
Well,
he fills us in.
You can also inform us of what the call was. Sometimes we don't understand. Okay, so Westwood with Jake Pat. Oh, we got a whistle right out of the gate. I guess I don't know what he's doing, but helping out the offensive line, I guess.
Right.
Jake Paff, the quarterback, in a spread formation. 2 receivers to the left, 3 to the right. Quick throw to number 7. Number 7, Dylan Mahoney, tackled by Cole Salyards for a short gain. Picks up about long 4. So we'll call it 2nd and 5 maybe. And then get right up to the pretty much the same offense that Hopkinton can run. And a quick throw, same play to the other side, same duo.
Yeah, that could be a first down.
Pass from Mahoney, and he just curled up at the first down and took the ball. So it's first down, the first down, and they hurry right to the line, Mike. We're not going to have a lot of in-between color commentation if they keep up like this.
Which is good, since I'm doing color.
And quarterback is rolling left. He's chased. He just throws it to the feet of an intended receiver just to keep the sack from happening. It's
number 11.
Pretty smart play by Paff. So that's 2nd and 10. And even with the clock stopped, they get right up to the line of scrimmage. Gets his play. Looks like number 34, Colin Fay, will stay in the backfield with Paff. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And looked like there was some action there. Number 1 on the reception, and he's tackled by a host of Hillers. Number 1, Mark James. So he picks up about 3 yards on the play, so it'll be 3rd and about 7 at the Wolverine 48-yard line. Well, they're certainly not afraid to throw the ball.
No, that seems they're doing it. They're moving the ball every play. So there's nothing wrong with that. And these plays are designed for that.
So it should be 3rd and 7. The marker across from us says 2nd, a high snap. Paff has to get away, and he
does.
He barely does, and he throws a He got rid of the ball. Terrific escapability as number 25, Zach Levy, had him. And then number 28, Eric Davis, was right there. So he got out of it and was able to force an incomplete pass. And with the wholesale substitutions, it looks like they'll punt on 4th and 7. And they're very slow to change.
So it is the 4th. They heard our announcer, public address announcer Jay Gold, announce the 4th down, and the down marker guy woke up.
I can't see from where we are, I can't see the number of the punter.
That's
But it's a fairly short punt. Salyage tells everybody to get away, poison it so it doesn't hit anybody. And a good Hiller bounce. And it's touched around the 31-yard line, 32-yard line by number 52, Lam Dulia. So the Hillers will take over on down, or not downs after the punt at 10:14 to go in the first quarter for their first offensive series. And it looks like we have the usual suspects out there, Bernardin and Levy. Or I'm sorry, Mulvaney in the backfield. 2 receivers to each side in the shotgun. And he looks right. And he throws right, and it's too long for number 6, Brian Keefe. Just a little long there, Mike.
Yeah, he got a couple figures on it. That's about it, but he wasn't able to make it stick.
No, Hopkins gets right up. I mean, if we complete some passes, this is going to be a pretty fast game.
Yeah, we might be done by 4.
Same formation. Mulvaney steps up to the left, gets some instruction. Not the same formation. 3 to the right, 1 to the left.
Taking a long time on that.
Pass run option, and he takes it himself, and he gets stuffed around the 34-yard line for a pickup of about 3.
I think he had a lot of trouble communicating. He spent a lot of time on that before that snap.
We're talking about, I don't know if he was talking to Mulvaney and he didn't quite get it, but now it's a tight formation left and they're wide right. And a wing to the right as well. And he's rolling to his right. He sees, he throws too low, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver is Pereira. It was just too low for him to get his hands under.
Yeah, Pereira was going down, and he was getting low enough, but it was still too much. Not a good angle to try to catch anything.
So 4th and 8 brings in Tommy Bernardin, who looks like he's going to do the kicking. And number 1, Mark James, and is that number? I can't see the number.
I can't see it.
7 maybe. Dylan Mahoney possibly. It's a nice kick, and it's not fair cut. Mahoney cuts to the left. Now he's got a few blockers ahead of him, straight up the field. Now it gets out to about the 48-yard line of Westwood. So Westwood will start with pretty good field position on their second possession. If you're going to kick, punt, that's the way to be punting right now. The wind is blowing. It's not a high wind, but it's the flag is moving that way.
You can't go by that flag over there because the middle of the field is where all the wind is at. Ask any cameraman that's ever worked a game. Man. They'll tell you the way the wind blows.
Paff calling signals, and he hands straight up to number 34. Colin Fay.
I'm not sure if this is a visual thing, but they like to snap it high to the quarterback.
No, you don't like to snap it high. That's just the way it's going.
Right. Well, either that or maybe he does like it that way. I have no idea.
No quarterback wants it over his head.
Well, they don't want it over the head, but
he's having to go up, and what that does, Mike, that throws off timing.
Sure.
Quarterback's got to go find the ball. He can't be looking what's going on. And he's going to throw
jumping
again. And he's throwing it downfield, one-on-one coverage with Pereira, well covered. Intended for Mark James, but Pereira was all over him.
Yeah, kept his distance. No interference.
Elias, the younger brother of Hayden Pereira, who played cornerback for the Hillers back in 2014, might have been the last season he played.
Yeah.
He's a 50-year guy down at Salve, Regina now, playing the same position. So it's 3rd and 7 from the Hiller 49-yard line. Pass a high snap, and he's got to get out of it. He's going to be sacked. He's going to be sacked by number 28, by Eric Davis, who, Mike, there's the problem with the high snap.
Exactly. I mean, when I say he likes it high, but not over his head, I get that. But every snap, he has to jump to get.
Yeah, and he had to tip that one to himself a little bit, and with the blitz coming off the edge, he had to.
I just can't believe he hasn't talked to that center yet.
I'm sure they've got a foul. Personal foul against Westwood is going to back it up. I don't know what the personal foul was, but that'll back him up, and certainly we'll have to punt. If the personal foul brings up about 4th and 30.
This is not the kind of room you want to give the Hillers.
No. Salyards and Keefe are deep. And it's an end-over-end punt, but it just gets hung up in the wind, and it's just going to stop. And it bounces back for the Hillers all the way to the Westwood 46-yard line. So not a great punt, but it got hung up in the wind and pulled back.
Yeah, you don't get to see that often. All these bounces going a certain team's way.
Checked up like a pitching wedge coming into the green, spinning back.
I don't know what that means.
You don't know? You never?
I don't golf.
You don't hit that little white ball anymore?
No.
All right.
No. I had a tough time with the windmill.
Yeah, I know. The whale mouth kept shutting on you. I know.
Yep. And that clown, he's just so intimidating.
So Bernardin in the shotgun with Mulvaney in a pistol formation, and we have a whistle. And
I think it's going against Westwood.
What are we doing here?
Offsides?
Oh.
But I didn't see anyone jump.
I didn't see it either, but it could have been a subtle movement on the far side because that's where the flag came from.
You know what? We do have replay here.
Oh, we got a little replay we can look at.
Let's see if I can back that up a little bit.
Well, you're trying that. I got to look at the game. So same formation, 1st and 15, 8:02 to go in the first quarter. Mulvaney splits to the right, and now we have another whistle. Well, so much for getting home by 4. It's just a discussion, I think.
So for folks at home that aren't watching on YouTube, you can always catch our games on YouTube, and we have a DVR version. So, like, if you show up sign in for the game too late, you can drag it back and start right from the beginning.
All right, so it's still 1st and 15. Bernardin throws to. Oh, the ball was popped up in the air. I don't know what happened. It bounced off the chest of Salyards, and I'm not sure what happened. I saw it pop up, and maybe he never got there. Same formation, 2nd and 15, and he runs the option, pitch to Mulvaney. He gets the corner and is knocked out of bounds on the right side. He'll pick up about 6 or 7, maybe even 8. We'll call it 3rd and 7. And the Hills get right up to the ball again at the 44-yard line. And we'll call it 3rd and 7. Bernardin is talking to his receivers. Mulvaney in the backfield to the right. And he throws deep. He's got Salyards down there. Off his fingertips as Cole Salyards just had the defensive back, number 7, Dylan Mahoney, had a step on him, and the ball was out there, but just off his fingertips. And that'll bring up 4th and 7. Hillers will have to punt. I'm not used to having this
little delay broadcast.
Little delay broadcast, and we can see the replay as it's being live streamed. And snap, and I think I think they might have missed one. I think the punter went down on his knees to get that ball. Look
at the roll.
And it gets into the end zone, possibly?
Yeah.
So that's a lucky break for the Wolverines.
That's right. It could have been a lot worse.
As Dylan Mahoney let that ball go, and it made it all the way to the end zone. Probably rolled 15 yards into the end zone.
Sure.
But the punter, Bernardin, was very close to getting his knee on the ground when he took the snap, and that would have been a dead ball.
It's funny. He snaps to the quarterback high, and you snaps to the kicker on the ground.
All right, so the Wolverines will start their drive at the 20-yard line with 7:23 to go in the first. And run pass option fools no one, and 54. Luke McDonald on the tackles. This came straight up the gut. And that's a loss of about, well, 2 out of 3. So make it maybe loss of 2, and we'll call it 2nd and 12. Wolverines get right back up there. As Jake Paff barking out signals. Another high snap. And again, it's knocked down by McDonald, but the high snap is killing their timing. You know, if he gets that ball lower, he can get rid of that ball. But until they get that fixed, it looks like they're going to have a few problems. Maybe the kid plays outfield in baseball. He's not an infielder.
Could be a new snapper. He could be your last one. Maybe he's your punter snapper. And he's filling in.
Okay, so 3rd and 12 from the 18-yard line. Another one. This one almost got over his head, and he just heaves it down and out of bounds. So he was intended for number 1, Mark James, with Pereira on the coverage. But right now, the Wolverines' offense is all about bad snaps.
Yeah.
So that'll bring up 4th and 12. And
hey, what do you do? Move your quarterback back 4 yards?
No, I can't do that.
Kind of defeats the purpose.
You got a new center.
Yeah.
So it looks like number 8, Connor Denali, is kicking. And he gets one up into the wind again, and it's going to drop in front of it. But then it checks up again and comes back, and they're living dangerously with the Hillers going to be taking over. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. 6:27 to go in the first quarter.
I tell you, these Friday afternoons are terrible, but man, what a beautiful day it is out there.
It is nice out there.
This is you can't ask for a better football day.
No, you're right. Let's hope in about another month and a half, or
we still have a chance for next week to go back to Friday night.
Well, that doesn't help me at all.
I know. That's right. Saturday's better for you?
Saturday's better for me next week.
But what about Danny Don?
We'll have to see. I think Friday's better for him.
Yeah, Friday's better for him.
So we have...
I can't play favorites and say which one I'd rather have.
I know. And Mulvaney takes the handoff, and it met right away. Tries to get out, but he's just right to the line of scrimmage. If he got back to the line of scrimmage, lost him 1.
Yeah.
Just to note, just so everybody knows, Don Lehman is much better. He's feeling better.
He is feeling great.
He's up and about. Great. He had a commitment today that he couldn't make this afternoon, so it's not as if he's still hung up and not progressing.
Yeah. This just kills a working man's schedule. So that's exactly what it is.
All right, so we have Bernardin in the shotgun. He's throwing. He's got number 11 down the sideline, and it's in and out of the hands of Tommy Bernardin. Number 7 on the coverage being Dylan Mahoney, and that was right in his hands.
Right in his hands. It looks like he just tried to make an adjustment on the ball, and he just bobbled.
That's going to be a discussion at the dinner table tonight, I'm sure.
Yeah, you bet. Here it comes.
Yeah, he laid it right out there again. He had him by a step, and so that brings up 3rd and 11 from the 45-yard line, a 46-yard line.
46, yeah.
Call it. Mulvaney to the right, wing right, 2 receivers to the right, and a lone receiver to the left. Looks like Bernardin. The run pass option straight up to Mulvaney. He breaks through, and he's going to get the first down. He's going to be close to the first down.
He's got the first down.
So on a nice 11-yard run, Mulvaney picks up the first down. And they're going to be at the 34-yard line of the Wolverines. 5:26 to go in the quarter. Same play, just run it. He gets turned back inside. Doesn't get nearly as many yards.
Yeah.
Probably 4 yards on the carry. Well, maybe 3 yards on the carry. We'll call it 2nd and 8. Bernardin looks left. He's got Salyards out here, and it's going to be pretty close to being interference. A lot of
hand
flailing.
waving.
Yeah, a lot of hand flailing.
Flailing.
That was the word I'm looking
for.
Get it out. A lot of hand flailing going on. And they hustle right back up to the line, 3rd and 8.
He did his job. He did keep his hands up.
As I'm watching the replay, he just didn't get his hand in there.
Nope.
All right, Bernardin barking out signals. 3 receivers to the left. Mulvaney to his right. Westwood's all up. They don't have a down lineman.
Nope.
And the option, and that doesn't work very well. It's going to be a face mask on the play.
Yep.
Number 25, Christian Harris, came up to make the tackle, but I think he grabbed his face mask.
I think you're right.
And I'm going to open up this window.
Yeah, go ahead. You got everything taped down?
I'm getting too much of a glare through the window. And as long as we have no wind, we'll.
Yeah, you got it right.
Oh, I saw a face mask, but maybe it's just contact with the face mask. It's a 5-yard.
Yeah,
I wasn't aware of that rule. Okay, so it's only 5 yards.
Yeah, I watched the replay. He just hit him in the face.
Yeah. Years ago, they would have just let that go unless you're grabbing it.
Yeah.
All right, that brings up 3rd, and it must be a spot foul because he didn't get. So it's about 3rd and 7. So the Hill has got a second chance at 3rd down. 3 receivers to the left, Mulvaney to the right. And he's back to pass, and he's looking, he fakes, he comes back to the middle, and it's almost picked off by Dylan Mahoney. And looks like Salyards was the intended receiver.
Mahoney's all over the place.
Yeah, he is. 4th and 8. They're going to go for this, I think.
Oh, yeah. Why not?
Could try
4 minutes left.
Could try a pooch. Could do a little pooch, but he's got backfield by himself. Spread out. Salyards in motion. And
timeout. A flag.
Something going on.
Too many men on the field.
I think he's counting 12 guys on the field.
3, 6, 9, and I think I saw 12. Let's see right here. What do we got? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Westwood's giving Hopkins every chance to get back into this.
Yeah.
With the 1st down.
Glad they went for it.
And you got 2 backs now. Oh, jeez. Oh, my God. Yeah,
He giveth, they taketh away.
Mulvaney was split. He came back in. They had a 2-back set. Saparosis was the big back. Looked like they might have been trying to pound it up. So now we go back to 4th and 7.
So it's the 4th and 7 for the Hillers. 3:55 to play in the quarter.
And Mulvaney to the left. Looks like Saparosis on the wing left. Oh, more whistles. Oh, jeez. Like, we're not even going to get out of the first quarter by 4 o'clock the way this is going.
Wow.
3:51 to go in the first quarter. Incomplete passes and penalties.
Lions and Tigers and Bears.
Or Hillers and Wolverines, as they say. On a nice Friday afternoon. So
we've seen a lot of it. We've seen the lucky bounces for the Hillers. We've seen all the high snaps for the Wolverines.
Yeah.
And yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Bernardin Fakes the handoff, rolls left, and he's going for Keefe, and he overthrows him. And that'll force the turnover on downs. And the Wolverines, we didn't know the flag on the play, though.
It's busted everywhere.
And it's against the Wolverines, too. And
the coach is not happy with the way he was taken down.
He was not happy. And we're going to do this again. So the coach, Brad Pindell, not too happy about what he's seen over there.
Not at all.
So I'm not.
Is that 4 plays in a row? Or 5? That's 4 out of 4 last time.
Oh, it's a Big Ten.
It's a 10-yard penalty, but it's a spot foul, so it'll be 4th. And can you see the line? 4th and 1.
Well, he hasn't moved the marker yet.
6 for the Hillers.
4th and 6.
Coming off the Westwood penalty.
Oh, they're moving it down right now. 4th and 2.
I'll call it
Long 2.
4th and long 2, short 3.
2.5.
Mulvaney to the left.
You
Oh, jeez, you gotta be kidding me. Enough of this.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 3:41 remaining in this first quarter. Not the first half, the first quarter. Holy cow.
I don't know if I've seen quite as many.
You know what? I thought I was doing a field hockey game. There were so many whistles.
Yeah. Oh, well. I see one going on the other side of the
Yeah.
field. The field looks good over there.
Yeah,
They only have three minutes left in the half.
yeah they.
I don't know if that's a running clock, but
Stops for goals.
anyway, it's 4th and 7. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah.
All right. And Bernard and get Mulvaney to the left, and 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right, and fakes the flare, and he's got down the field, and it's overthrown, and amazingly, no flag thrown on the play, and it will be a turnover on downs. Bernardin was looking for Max Lakasha, but just overthrew him.
Right.
All right, so
Yeah, this is unfortunate events happening here. Very strange. Very. I don't know.
I don't know what to say either.
The type of calls, one after another.
Yeah.
We had 4 offsides in 5 plays.
Sure. All right, so Wolverines will take over on their own 40-yard line after all that. Paff gets a nice snap, hands off to 34. Colin Fay. And that short gain, the defense has really been able to control a lot of the line of scrimmage. There hasn't been a lot of long runs, and there certainly hasn't been a lot of time, although the snap's factoring into it for him to pass. 2 backs split behind Paff. And that's over his head. It was going to happen eventually. And he just... I don't know if he...
And it's going green.
Looks like it's going green.
Nope.
No, it's not. It's Westwood's ball.
Wow. Yeah, they don't want to let go. Boys, the whistle's blowing. You tell them to let go.
I'm guessing it's Paff and Tommy Hamblett getting after it. But that snap, it was bound to happen. He's been flirting with the high snap. And the quarterback looks like he maybe hurt his arm a little bit. He's holding his nose.
Oh, that's the other thing, too, is you're going to get injured.
32 to go for Westwood.
So we'll call it 3rd and, well, that's a long way.
I can't count that high.
4th and, you got to get 3rd and to CVS to go.
Third and CVS. That was right to him. Right in the chest.
No, he gets out of it. I don't know
He's
who
down
he is.
now.
He's down at about the 2-yard line, inside the 5.
22?
and
25.
25 is Zach Levy on the sack.
Set up a 4th down and about 35.
It's going to be 4th and still CVS to go, maybe even longer, maybe Hawking and Drug. As Paff gets out of it, and then he gets sacked. You get out of the original. Dylan Mahoney going to kick from the middle of the back end of his end zone. The only good thing about that sack is the clock keeps running.
Yes, that was very nice.
So it's 1:37 to go in the quarter.
You might actually get to do that little announcement there.
A very nice kick. It drives back Keefe, and he fair catches it at the 40-yard line. So we'll start this all over again. And as we have a break in the action, HCAM Sports is supported by our viewers and by the Dentist at Hopkinton. Founded by Dr. Jill Tanzi in 2003, the Dentist at Hopkinton provides state-of-the-art dental care in a comfortable and relaxing setting to patients of all ages. They are located at 77 Main Street and online at hopdent.com.
Nicely done.
So the Hillers will take over at the 40-yard line, heading in on the westward side. And a quick fake and a throw, and he's got Bernardin on a quick slant. And Tommy Bernardin just takes it the rest of the way. He beat number 8, Connor Denali. It was just a quick hitch right into the middle of the field, a quick slant. As he's on the numbers, he lines up on the numbers, and he just drives his guy inward. Brother Rory hits him right in the numbers, and he takes it to the house for a 6-0 lead.
That was great.
40-yard pass. Bernardin to Bernardin.
Ryan Bernardin on to attempt the point after.
Robbie Bernardin with the point after. The snap is good. The kick is good. So the kick makes it 7-0. So with 1:21 to go in the first quarter, as they come back upfield, the Hillers 7-0. That was just a quick slant, Mike.
Yeah, nice little turnover like that. Nice little the mistakes. The mistakes seem to be making all the action happen.
So we can finish that little ad with the Dentist at Hopkinton. The Dentist at Hopkinton provides services including comprehensive dental care, same-day crowns, facial aesthetics, periodontal care, cosmetic dentistry, and implant dentistry. Again, located at 77 Main Street and online at hopdent.com.
And there's your cheerleaders taking their traditional push-ups for every touchdown scored.
I don't know if this offense has been as prolific as some of the past, where the cheerleaders stopped somewhere around halftime.
Yeah, it was like 50-something. They said, all right, we're done.
I've had enough of that. So kicking off at the Hillers. Did we ever figure out who number 9 was? Ethan Champlin is the kick. He must have forgot his jersey somewhere along the way.
That's usually the way.
That's usually a pretty embarrassing moment when you have to tell the coach that.
Yeah, especially on an away game.
And he just pooches it. And the up back and he almost fumbled the ball. Mark James just came sideways instead of just turning it up. It didn't gain much.
Nope.
But they'll start around the 30-yard line. Ethan Champlain normally wearing number 52, so you could see the confusion.
Right.
Coach probably told him to go reach in the bin and find a number. I mean, make sure it's a green one.
Yeah. It's probably a JV shirt, probably, No, that's this year's.
All right, so the Wolverines take over at their own 30-yard line. Really has been tough sledding for them. And a good snap. And he just throws it to, and number 1 breaks up into the middle of the field, breaks across the field, and he gets into the Hiller territory at the 48-yard line. Mark James from PAF, and he was tackled by, I didn't see who made the tackle.
6.
Keefe on the tackle.
48-yard line.
So as you can see the timing, he didn't have to go reach for the ball. He got it and threw it.
Got in through it. They still have that jump when they catch it.
Yeah, huh?
No
Even
matter
when
where it
it's
is.
right in his chest,
Right in his
he's gotta
chest, he's still
get
got the
his feet
jump.
up. So
Let's
Paff
see if we
with
can see it to happen here.
Faye behind him, and he fakes it, a run pass option, and he's going to pick up about 5 yards. You know, Tommy Hamblett was coming down to crash, and he got blocked by his own guy, number 54, Luke McDonald, and it allowed Paff to turn it up on the right side to pick up about 4 on the play. And I think they're going to let it run the quarter. If they're going to throw the ball, they might as well throw with whatever wind they have. They might as well throw that way.
Yeah, you would think. And they are going to let it run.
And they're going to let it run down. So that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter.
After one, the score, Hiller 7, Westwood 0.
And the quarter just comes to an end now. And the Hill is up 7-0 as they regroup. I would like to thank John Ritz up on the camera today. It's not quite as nice as it was last time, but not a bad day.
Yeah, he likes it up. He likes the bad weather.
He likes the bad. He and
likes,
Bob Hamilton like the bad weather.
Yeah, Bob, he likes to complain about the bad weather. But John really, he dresses for everything. John's the outdoorsy guy. He does, he's on the Trails Club, president of Trails Club, and he's very, very outdoorsy. I think he kayaks all the way up until December when the water freezes.
Well, I like to see him in December when he brings his turkey hat.
Turkey in November, we're home this year. Yep, he'll be donning the turkey hat, I'm sure. He doesn't like to disappoint.
So we got Mr. Everything, Mike Terosian, on the other mic last week. I want to thank Chuck Joseph.
How
stepping in 10 years out of the booth and coming in. Oh, he stepped in like
he didn't miss a beat.
Didn't miss a beat.
The last time he was in this booth, he had the same volunteers.
I think I might have taken over him. Mike Prate
it was
asked
you
me at some point. He said, "I think it was Chuck. I can't remember."
Yeah, because it was Chuck. It was Chuck and
Mike Prate, was it?
Mike Prate and before that, Ron Eldridge.
Oh, okay. So Pat
and Ron Eldridge did best ball as well.
Paff hands off to number 5, Shamar Hall, and he breaks it up for about 2 yards on the tackle, number 70.
So a little history. It was Chuck Joseph,
Pearson Woodruff.
It was Chuck Joseph and Ron Eldridge. Mike Prate took over for Eldridge. You took over for
Chuck. That's my 8th year, Mike. I haven't seen a raise in 8 years, though. Soon?
Wait a second. Didn't I double it last year?
I thought you might have. You might have. Have to look at those deposit slips. Third down, and they break. Nope, they're not going to break out to the outside.
Oh, he fumbles.
Hall.
Yeah,
he might have been.
Yeah, he scooped it back in.
Well, he might have been stopped too.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't blow the whistle. He went back 2 yards.
Yeah, forward progress was certainly stopped.
Yeah, so they should put it back at the line of scrimmage.
No, I guess they're going to call it live. It's 4th down.
Wow.
A loss of 3 on the play.
That was 2 yards of pushback, and forward motion was stopped.
And they're looking to go for this. Yeah, I was going to say that.
Yeah.
I don't know why they were waiting for the.
Or maybe they didn't trust the guy changing the downs marker.
Yeah. Let's wait to see what happens here. All right. Keefe and Salyards to receive. The punt is end over end. Fair catch. Oh, and they let it drop. And number 6 recovers it. Burgess for the Wolverines. So Hopkinton will set up somewhere around the 10-yard line. 10:29. Change possession. Could go in the half.
It looks like they're moving the ball around a little bit now. I like the first quarter.
So they started the 6-yard line. It's a good punt.
Yeah.
And certainly the wind
Great
does
position.
play a little bit of a difference.
Still blowing in here. It looks like it's a little hotter now.
Bernard in the shotgun. Mulvaney to the right. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Back to pass. Throws that slant again. This time Hamblett was covered by Mark James and knocked down. That stops the clock at 10:25. 2nd and 10. And Keefe comes off. Salyards may be the lone receiver to the right here. Bernard hands off to Mulvaney up the middle, and he's met by, I can't see, number
It's
something
like
69. 69. JT O'Shea on the tackle, and a big lad he is. And
Yeah, he
I'm
is.
sure Mulvaney felt that a little bit. So that brings up 3 yards, 3rd and 7 from their own, we'll call it the 8-yard line. But fakes the handoff, and he throws to Hamblett, who's got it. He was way off. Mark James on the coverage. Hamblett was wide open as he cut that off. James backed up maybe 5-6 yards off when he caught it. So that brings up first down and around the 30-yard line for the Hillers. Gets them out of trouble. Bernard hands off to Mulvaney. He comes right, and he runs right into number 52, Liam Dulia. And he got back to the line of scrimmage, and we'll give him the line of scrimmage. We'll give him one. We'll give him one. It looks like they moved the down marker over a bit. Bernard's fakes the handoff to Mulvaney, throws, and he's got an open Salyards, who's driven to the turf as soon as he catches it by number 7, Dylan Mahoney.
Short by a yard and a half.
So it's 3rd and 1 from the 39-yard line.
3rd down and 1 for Hopkins from the 39.
8:37 to go in the half. Bernard barking it out. Mulvaney in motion, sets, and straight up goes Bernardin, and I think he got the first down. Just barely over the line of over the first down marker.
And they're going to get the first down.
And he does make it. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 41 yard. We'll call it the 41-yard line. Bernardin's looking for the call from the coach. He gets it. He throws. He's looking right, throws to Lakasha, and Lakasha has it.
Just short.
A 9-yard gain. Tackled by Connor Denali, or Daniele. Daniele? I guess it's Daniele. Sorry, parents, for butchering up some names. Yeah,
We don't do this on purpose.
yeah. It's 2nd and 1 from midfield. Bernard with Mulvaney in the pistol behind him. Now he directs him to the right. 2 receivers to either side. And he's just going to run it again, and he's going to be stuffed. And initially stuffed up by number 52 Liam Dulia, and finished up by 57 Kevin Cote. So a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll be brings up 3rd and 2, well, maybe 3. 3rd and 3. Now the sun, you don't get this very often in October. We're doing these afternoon games, 2 in a row, where the sun's beating right down in our eyes.
Yeah. I mean, the best is Thanksgiving morning games, when it's to our back.
And he fakes a throw, and he comes into and it's off the hands of Bernard and hit him. No, it was just. He kind of just it hit him. It hit him. Yeah, he's gonna give his brother a hard time, right?
Yeah.
I'd like to sit around that. I had an interesting time. My kids were a little too far apart, but occasionally played hockey together. This would have been a lot of fun to see this stuff.
Yeah.
Boy, these guys must really give it to each other. Bernard and the younger to kick. And it's almost blocked. And they're going to kill it. No, he's got a good roll. It's going to roll down to about the 15-yard line. And the ball is picked up by Ethan Champlin at the 15-yard line. So Wolverines will have the ball with 6:26 to go at the 15, their own 15. And we got a flag on the play, and it's going to go where? And we'll get it looks like it's going against the Wolverines.
Call's going to go against Westwood.
Blocking the back against Westwood.
Blocking
And
the
that
back called against Wolverines.
backs him up. I guess it's going to go half the distance to the goal line, so it should be about 7.5 yard line. I get a kick out of these guys. I say it all the time. They march it off, right? Why don't you just look?
Yeah, looking, just
look,
go.
Do the math.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
all you gotta
I
do.
can see the 5.
Yeah, if you want to step it off. I guess it's old
See
school
the
stuff,
5?
right?
Yeah, 5 of the 10. Yeah, but after that, come on.
All right, so it's about the 8 yard line. 1st and 10 for the Wolverines. Paff. And he hands it off to Fay, and he picks up about. Oh, we'll give him 2 on the play. So it brings up 2nd and 8. Yeah, we'll call it 2nd. We'll give him 3. 2nd and 7. Paff with Fay in the background, in the backfield behind him in pistol. They have 3 receivers to the left. And he's looking left, and he's going to get sacked. He's going to. No, he gets out of it, but now he's.
Ball's out.
Ball's out.
And now it's in the Hiller favor.
And the Hillers have it.
Oh, wait, the other one's going the other way.
All right, maybe he didn't. Number 70, Sean Powers, came up with the ball.
Injured player.
Yeah, we have the Wolverine down. You know, we have the luxury of having Brian Bisconi, Dr. Brian Bisconi, on the field. He's heading on out. I call him Hopkinton's orthopedic surgeon.
Yeah, he's
pretty much done every knee and shoulder possible in this town.
Black trainer Amanda Major and the paramedics are out there as well. A little bit of everybody. Can't tell me that kid's not in good hands right now.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, as we have a little break in the action, and we hope the young man is doing well. We have some Saporocious leads the team in tackles coming in today. He's got 32 solo, 47 total. He's all over the field from the middle linebacker position. Zach Levy has 20 and 16 assists, 5 hurries on the quarterback. And Salyard's 11 solo, 4 pass breakups and 2 interceptions. Leads in that. Pereira has 6 breakups and shows that he can cover. Is it number 3?
Yep.
The quarterback, Paff, was hurt, down, and it looks like his arm is, it might be his throwing arm. The way he's holding that arm. That doesn't bode well for the Wolverines at all.
That is not a good thing.
Well, that happens to be one of Bisconi's specialties, the shoulder, so he'll either welcome to the club or give him a clean bill of health.
Yep.
And when I say welcome to the club, I mean a labrum or something like that. Well, that's unfortunate for Paff, but hopefully he does okay here. The Hillers take over at about the 4 yard line. 1st and goal. Bernard hands off to Mulvaney, and he gets him. He's still driving. Probably gets about 2 or 3 on the play. And another Wolverine down. Number 75, Greg Nokrarian.
It's a good Irish name.
Yeah. Yeah, and he looks like he's in a little bit of pain, too. Oh, Bisconi's just sending a bill to Westwood High School? Is that
how that works?
I don't know how that works. I guess that's what you do. I don't know.
This is what he does just so he gets the good seats.
Yeah. No, but he's been doing this for years.
For
I've
years.
seen him down here. He's done surgery on both my boys.
He's been doing this since he moved to town.
One shoulder, one knee.
Yeah.
And he's taking care of mine now, too. So
take care of my oldest.
He's good to have around. So it's going to be, it looked like a pickup of 1, I guess. So it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 3. Bernard and hands off to Mulvaney. Oh, fumble on the play! And it looks like he might have picked it back up. Ooh. Mulvaney was able to get his hands on him as somebody busted through from Westwood and knocked it out of his hand just after the transition happened. So now it's 3rd and goal from looks like the 8-yard line. And
It was number 11 that
was
forced
it number 11, Curtin? And he's looking to throw right. He throws it hard, and it's broken up, and is looks like it was intended for Keefe and Mark James on the coverage. So that brings up 4th. This hasn't quite gone the way they intended it to go. They've backed up. It's 4th and 8. 4th and goal from the 8. And Saporoshes is in the wing right, and 3 receivers to the right. And he's looking right, going to throw, and it's picked off. Number 11 picks it off. Rowan Curtin picked it off and returned it back to about we'll call it the 10-yard line, 11-yard line. Well, that was a very unfortunate series of events. That's just not what you expected to have at the 4-yard line after a turnover and go backwards and throw an interception.
This has been a strange game, I'm going to have to say.
I would concur with that. And not to mention, we still got 4:33 left to go in the half.
Wow. You know what I blame this on? I think it's that partial full moon and it being Assistant Principal Josh Hannon's birthday today.
Oh, all that stuff.
I think a lot of that has to do with it.
So the backup quarterback is junior Colin Daniele. Is that number 8 or number 9?
8.
Well, he's taller. He can get those high snaps, and it's a run straight up the middle. I think it's Fay.
Yeah. Number 8.
And he picks up not much. Get back to the original line of scrimmage. Yep, call it 2nd and 10.
Yep.
So it's Connor Daniele as the quarterback. And he's actually listed as a wide receiver.
Well, at least he's tall enough for these snaps. It's even over his head.
Maybe not.
There you go.
A high snap and
wow.
And
28?
It's 28 or 29.
Eric Davis.
Eric Davis with the tackle.
Wow. There it is.
And he saves a safety, possibly a touchdown, going up to getting that. That's going to be 3rd and 19 now from about the 4-yard line. And Brian Hurd's got him cranking up a little AC/DC to pump up the fans.
Rock it out of the press box.
He's having a conversation. The back judge is having a conversation with the Westwood coach. I think he's going to.
The Westwood coach has been talking to every referee at this game.
He was waiting for the clock to
run
out.
To time out.
Yeah, he wanted to time it.
So he used up his.
What's that? His first or second timeout?
So when you're behind, you don't want time on the clock. Is that it? Is that how that works?
No, I think he wanted. I think he wanted to. He wanted to get something changed, and he just decided to let it go to the end.
Huh.
I mean, he's got a 3rd and forever here, and you might as well take as much clock off for the Hillers because they're going to get good field position.
1 for $1 and 2 for $2.
Jay Golden on the public address here and keeping the folks entertained and informed.
And it looks like he's getting it a little bit from Mr. Game Day Coordinator Scotty Mackin down there. And he's really letting them have it with the visual and the pointing and whatnot. So I think there's going to be a little something. He might be meeting you in the parking lot after the game. Halftime
show.
Coach Golden and Scotty Mackin are going to get into it probably at halftime. So maybe you might want to come on down if you have a chance.
I'm going to stay streaming just for the people that are away. Now I want nachos for some reason.
Yeah, well, nothing wrong with that. 3rd and 19. The Wolverines looking to throw. He's in the end zone. And it's picked off by. It was picked off and returned for a touchdown by. I can't see the number. I know there's a 4.
Let's see if I can get it here.
34, Saporoshes. That ball was thrown right to him.
Well, he was hit. Watch, he got hit.
Daniele steps in to throw deep, and he gets hit, and it's caught by by Saporocious, and he gets into the end zone. That ball was intended the way he was throwing to go deep, and he got hit, and it just landed. Well, I wouldn't say landed. It was thrown pretty hard, actually. It was a good catch by Saporocious to get it. So at 3:03 in the second quarter, we got a timeout now. Hopkinton at 3:03 of the second. Saporocious with a 4-yard TD interception return. Well, if the last 5 minutes of the game haven't been kind of weird, I don't know.
The whole game has been weird.
I don't know what to tell you, to be honest with you.
This whole game has been weird.
Now the quarterback, the new quarterback, Connor Daniele, was looking to go down the right sideline deep, and I didn't see who made the pressure. Did you?
I couldn't tell.
It could have been Hamlet off the right side. I'm not exactly sure, but. And now it's a extra point attempt. Snap is good, and the ball is through. And it's Bernardin with the extra point. So as they come upfield, 3:03, the Hillers lead 14-0. And with Westwood's quarterback starter, Jake Paff, out. Looks like he's going to be out. I see him. I think that's him right across at the 45-yard line with pads off and ice on. Does not look good, and you hope the future looks okay for that young man.
Yeah, let's just hope he gets the rest for the weekend.
Yeah, the senior quarterback for the Wolverines is out of the game, and that's tough as a senior. You want to go out, you want to play, you want to get through the season anyway, and that's unfortunate.
That's why you play. That's why you play your whole career is for your senior year.
That's right. That's right. So these two teams, Division IV South, Westwood ranked right now at number 5 at 2-3, and the Hopkinton Hillers ranked number 9 at 1-4. And there's only 7 games played to determine the playoffs. So any chance of getting into the playoffs, I think the Hillers need to win this game. Chaplin on the kick. Or Champlin, and another squibber that takes a hop, and number 5 for the Wolverines gets to the right corner. He goes up the sideline, he breaks a tackle, and he goes out at about the Hopkinton 35-yard line. Number 5, Shamar Hall. Don. I just said Don. Don. Where's Don? Where's Don? Mike, he just picked that ball up, went along the right side, and brought it all the way down to the 35-yard. Oh, no, we'll call it the 38-yard line. He must have stepped out of bounds a little earlier than that. And with 2:54 to go, that's a good break for the Wolverines. Upping the defense, looking to stiffen up here so they can't go any further.
Right.
Daniele in the shotgun. Looks like they don't modify their. They don't modify their play at all, their formations at all. They may not throw as much with this young man as a quarterback. Danelli is a junior. As I said, listed with a wide receiver, but he seems to throw pretty well. And he hits number 7, Dylan Mahoney, on a quick slant, gets about 15. It brings it down to about the 24-yard line. And they'll pick up 1st and 10, 2:50 to go in the half. And Yelly looking to throw, and he's going to get Hamlet's got him again, and that's intentional grounding as far as I'm concerned. But I guess not. Tommy Hamlet came from the corner and just got a hold of him and kept him from being able to get that pass off.
You think they decided just to stop throwing the mustard down and get through this game?
No, I don't. I think this kid's going to throw. I don't think they change anything. He threw a pretty good ball to Mahoney earlier.
You got to remember, these guys that catch the ball, usually pretty good throwing it, too.
They can be. Faye's behind him. And he's going to throw again a quick little funnel pass. He's driven by Saporocious. Mark James picked up about 2 before Saporocious just grabbed him and brought him backwards. That brings up, we'll call it,
Third down with about 8 to go.
yeah, we'll call it 8. 3rd and 8.
23 yards.
Everything looks good.
3rd and 8 from the 23-yard line. 2:34 to go. Daniele gets a snap. He's looking left, and he's going to roll. He's got to roll. There's a flag on the play already. Oh, and he takes a hit by Saporocious as he got rid of the ball. He had to set his shoulders, and he wasn't able to do that. But there's a flag on the play. And we got defensive offsides. I see his hands on his hips. I don't know if he's just standing like that. Yeah, it's on the Wolverines. Personal foul. Oh, I'm sorry, not on the Wolverines. It's on the Hillers. Personal foul, face mask.
Face mask call going against the Hillers.
Coach isn't too happy about that.
No, most not. So that brings it all the way down to about the 10-yard line. Is a goal situation?
That's a 20.
No, he's at the 10. He's right around the 10-yard line, but he's stretched out just by the goal line. So it's just short of the 10. Theoretically, they can get a first down. Fave straight up the middle.
Fave with the carry up the middle for Westwood.
And he probably got a few yards anyway. No, you got
see the goal line and the pylons in different locations over there.
Well,
That's what's throwing me off.
It's behind it, too.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But over here, it looks a lot closer to the 10 than it does
right.
the goal line.
You're right.
It's going to be second down and about 6 to go.
So we'll call it 2nd and 7. 1:45 to go in the half. This has turned into an interesting finale here. Daniele back to pass. He's looking, he holds, he throws, and it's off to, looks like number 2, Sean Gallagher, the intended receiver, and it was just a little too wide for him to catch.
7 to go for Westwood.
For those of you watching on YouTube, you come back at 6:30. We'll be streaming the Hiller volleyball game. Hiller's taking on
I don't know.
Millis.
There you go. Smallest school in the TVL.
Yep.
Largest school taking on the smallest school, right? I believe Hopkins is now the largest school in the TVL.
Do you ever think that would ever happen?
Not in my time. Daniele throws, and he goes to the corner of the end zone, well overthrown, intended for number 7, Mahoney. And that's going to bring up 4th and about, we'll call 4th and 7 from the. It looks like the way the yard marker is. It looks like it's 5 yards forward, but he's really at the 9-yard line. It started around the 13. We're not high enough. We're at the fans level in the back of the stands. The camera folks are
they got
one
the
level
best
up.
Yeah.
So those of you viewing wondering why we have no idea where the field or the markers being set, it's because we're too low. And a timeout by the Wolverines. 1:27 to go. This is an interesting play. Theoretically, they can get the first down. They just have to be inside, looks like the 2-yard line. So do we do a 5-second station identification? This is HCAM TV.
This is HCAM
Hopkinton,
television.
Massachusetts.
We're on HCAM Ed station here. We got the cheerleaders doing their little stunts out front, as you're looking on the screen right now.
There we go.
And she stuck it with the wind blowing.
You wonder, these kids are pretty small, some of them. That wind gets strong enough to blow them over a little bit.
But you can mention our sponsor again.
Oh, we have HCAM Sports. It's sponsored by our viewers and by the dentist at Hopkinton, founded by Jill Tanzi in 2003. The dentist at Hopkinton provides state-of-the-art dental care in a comfortable and relaxing setting to patients of all ages. They are located at 77 Main Street. So we have 4th down. Daniele, he's back to pass. He throws right, and it's too low, and he's looking for a first down than a touchdown. Salyard's on the coverage, And the Hillers will take over on downs at about the 8-9 yard line with 1:21 to go in the half.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nope. They kept them out of the end zone, which is really the name of the game, right? So it'll be interesting to see. They have some timeouts, the Hillers, and a quarterback that can throw. And let's see if they sit on this or let it go. And Mulvaney tries to go up the middle, but he gets nothing.
Nothing.
In fact, he probably lost the yard.
Brought down after the loss about 1 or so.
And it's going to be second and about, no, he lost more than one.
We lost about 3.
About 3 yards on the play. So it'll bring up second and 13 from about the 5. You certainly don't want to turn the ball over here.
For the Hillers from the 5-yard line.
But he took out the big blocking guy, Saparocious. And they got the little speedy guys out there. They're not even that little, but
Yeah. You're talking in comparison.
yeah. And Bernard's just going to take it straight up the gut, and he gets nowhere. And a host of Wolverines on the tackle, led by 75 Greg Necrorian.
You got to learn how to pronounce these Armenian names.
Yeah.
It's one little syllable at a time. It's usually 2 letters.
Hey, I'm doing the best I can, man. It'd be nice if they had phonetic spelling with it.
Necrorian.
Necrorian. That was close, right?
That's
Necrorian.
All you got to do is say it twice slow, and then you're an expert.
Yeah, until the next time comes around, and I just butcher it up again. But that's all right. That's okay. You get what you pay for in life, right?
Yes, you do.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yes, you do. And Don Lehman said we do get what we
do get what we get
what we
paid
spend.
for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You get
I tell you, it's funny. I actually found one of your fans that were talking to me.
one of our fans.
One of your fans.
You found the fan?
Yeah, one of the fans. I was met him at Price Chopper, and he says, "You know what?" He says, "I got to try this just once," because he was always told never watch the replays with the volume up. So one time he did. He said you actually sounded pretty good.
We sounded pretty good, didn't we? All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a vote of confidence, doesn't it?
I like to shout out to all our fans down in Barnstable, the Barnstable volleyball team, and all their fans. They love HCAM. They watch us all the time, so they can keep an eye on our Hiller girls.
There you go.
So they know how to play them in the playoffs.
Yeah, Barnstable. Those two have been going at it for a while. Haven't they? A few
past
years
4
now.
years now. Yeah.
All right, so it's third and about 13. And we have a different quarterback. Salyage,
Yeah.
It looks like it's like a wildcat thing going on here. Salyage was set up as a quarterback, and Wolverines saw that, probably haven't prepared for it much, and just wanted to make sure what's going on there. So
So 35 seconds remaining. And in this game, that could be another 15 minutes in real time.
well, let's look what we're talking about. We started around 3:30. It's been an
3:30
hour
on
and
the
10
nose.
minutes for the first half.
Hour and 10 minutes. That is a whole volleyball game.
Yep. So the Hills trot back out, and they're going to keep the same. Nope. Bernardin comes back in.
That he does. Good.
Well, so maybe they had some wildcat thing. I'd be surprised at this point if he's going to throw, but you never know. And he hands it off to Saparocious, and he just pounds up the middle for no gain.
Keeping it safe.
And fourth down. I wonder if the Wolverines will take a timeout. Oh, we got an injury timeout. Way away from the play. We didn't see it. Mark James is down.
He might have tripped over a sprinkler head out there or something. Because it was.
Oh, you know what?
was
Looks like a
everyone over
cramp.
there?
Looks like a cramp.
Oh.
They got his foot up in the air and bending his toe, and so we get a little timeout there.
I tell you, got to hand it to the medical experts that are around a football game today compared to us when we either had to rub dirt on it.
Yeah. Just go sit on the bench. We'll talk to you
Yeah,
later.
yeah. Go sit over there and we'll see how you're feeling.
Yep.
Walk it off. That was my favorite one. Walk it off.
Walk it off.
Yep.
Is that bone supposed to be sticking out like that? Just walk it off.
Coach, I'm thirsty. Water makes you weak.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Whatever it takes.
We've learned a few things over the years.
Absolutely.
Okay, so it's 4, and that's just going to run out the clock. Maybe they don't have any timeouts. I would have at least made them punt it, right?
Yeah.
So they must have run out of timeouts.
Let the clock run out.
And that'll do it for the first half. The clock runs down to 3-0, and the Hillers will go into the locker room leading 14-0. Don't go away. We'll be right back for the second half.
I thought so. I know, that's what I thought.
Tell them throw them red Cincinnati hats in the sky.
All right, we're back for the second half, Filler fans, and we got game day coordinator up here in the booth, Scotty Mackin. Scotty, how are we doing today?
I'm doing great.
All right, he's doing great, and I want to thank him. He brought up some Reese's cups for Mike and I, and I'm sure we'll enjoy those as the second half continues.
That's the one Coach Golden told me he did go for the special.
Yeah,
they're normally one for $1, but he went for two for $2.
Oh, you went with the special, 2 for $2.
There you go.
Nice,
What a guy.
Nice. That's the way to keep the business going over there, right? Yeah. How's this game going, Scotty? Did we prepare well for this game? Looks like it's going in the right direction. Yeah. Okay. All right. So how the cheerleaders getting a little workout today too? Did I see you doing some push-ups down there as well? No, I didn't think so. I thought maybe that was you, but maybe it was somebody else.
I think he was picking up a piece of trash and throwing it.
Oh, maybe that was it.
Yeah.
So let's
It's like a crunch.
Let's get a little recap of the half here. As Scotty's here, we had at 1:21 1:21 left in the first. We had Bernardin to Bernardin with I don't know how many yards. I think it was a 40-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah, somewhere around 40.
Bernardin to Bernardin. The kick by Bernardin made it 7-0.
Yep.
And then we had a 3:03 left in the second. We had Saporocious with an interception return, 4 yards. And with the kick by Bernardin, that made it 14-0. But a very strange game, very long game. But as long as the Hillers are up 14-0, maybe we can get the roll going.
Looking at the official running time, that was an hour and 10 minutes of a half. And that's, like I said, that's a whole volleyball game. That is, that's almost a soccer game.
And well, at least it's early on Friday. We'll probably get out at the same time. We'd like to thank Scotty Mack, and he's going to be getting down to the field right now to help out Coach Mack. And good to see us. We'll see you maybe next week. All right.
See you next Saturday.
Scotty. We'll
see you next Saturday.
Saturday's
or Friday. Hopefully Friday. We don't know. We don't know yet. It's still up right now as of today, as of this moment, this broadcast.
Saturday at 2 o'clock.
Saturday
right?
2 o'clock against Alston.
Okay. All right, the sun now is at a very tough angle, and I didn't bring my sunglasses. And
this is going to be harsh. We've been doing the soccer and field hockey games on the visitors' bleachers looking over the new turf fields, and this is the time of day that it happens, and it is just killer. John Ritz is going to be on his A game for this.
Yeah. So the backup quarterback, who's now the starter, Connor Daniele, is kicking off to Mulvaney and Salyards deep, and whistle on the play, and it's off.
Oh, that's weird. A whistle?
Yeah.
There's a whistle on the play?
Yes. He might have got a new whistle, a ref over there. I don't know. He's got to see if it still works. Yeah.
I saw him down at the end zone on the bench there changing corks. He wore out the cork in the first whistle. They still make cork in those, or are they plastic?
Think so.
I don't know.
I think they don't have anything in them anymore.
Oh, there's something in there.
I don't think there's anything
it used
in
to
them
be a cork. Well, to make it whistle, there has to be something in there.
No, it's just. Mike Stadium, so I think we all remember those things in the whistle. And another squib kick, and it's picked up by an up man, and he's skirting a few tackles, gets out to about the 48-yard line of the Hillers. Oof. And it is
bright.
It is Tommy Bernardin on the return.
Yep.
All right, so they started their own. We'll call it the 48. No, he's gonna.
It looks like 49.
Not quite at the 40. We'll call it the 48. It's just short of the 49.
48.25.
Something like that. Yeah.
We'll do that.
And Bernardin in the shotgun. Mulvaney to his right, 2 receivers each side. Back to throw. He lifts it up. He's got Hamlet out there. Hamlet tries to make the one-handed catch, cannot. And it's incomplete. He threw it. Tommy Hamlet was heading almost to a post, and it was thrown to a flag, and he just couldn't get his body around to catch it. So the incomplete pass, 2nd and 10. Bernardin in the shotgun. Mulvaney to the right. He looks left, throws, and he's got Salyards at about the 45-yard line of the Wolverines, about 4 yards short of the first, bring up about 3rd and 4.
3rd down and 4 for the Hillers. Right at the 45-yard line of Westwood.
And the Hillers huddling up now, calling their plays. Often they will get right up to the line of scrimmage. Bernardin back to pass. I think it's defensive offside. He throws. Nice play intended for Salyards and broken up by Mahoney. But there was a flag in the play. I'm guessing it's defensive offside the way it was thrown. No, it's not. Against the Hillers.
Hillers?
It's actually going to go against the Hillers.
Illegal shift. Oh, procedure. And I can hear Coach McLean all the way up here yelling, punt, punt, punt,
Yeah,
punt.
guess he got declined.
So it was a penalty on the Hillers. It's possible they didn't have enough guys in the line of scrimmage. Tight end's got to be covered. Any number of things. It was an alignment thing because the whistle wasn't blown for procedure. So Tommy Bernardin will punt with the win to Mahoney. And it's going to, it should have been blocked. I don't know how it wasn't blocked. And a great kick. And it went off the Wolverine, but it was recovered by the Wolverine. Number 21, Shea.
Running away from it.
Shea Lunyan was trying to make a block, and it hit him. And the Mahoney was able to come up and get it. But I don't know how Grady Mahoney did not block that punt. He didn't. He jumped up versus out, because he was there. I don't know if we have the replay. We missed the replay.
Yeah.
So on the punt, the Wolverines recover the fumble, technically a fumble, at the 8-yard line. And I'm trying to get a look at this replay. That's the play before.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll have time to take a look. Oh, that's well before, yeah. It's going now, but. So Daniele will have the Wolverines lined up. He's got 3 receivers to his right, and he throws into the ground to Mahoney. Lakasha. We'll give Lakasha on the coverage.
Pass incomplete on 1st down. Brings up a 2nd and 10. Deep in their own territory.
So 2nd and 10 from the 8-yard line. 10:41 to go in the 3rd. Daniele hands off to Fay, and he minimal gain.
Short gain on play.
He stuffed right up, looked like 54. Luke McDonald was on the tackle.
It's 3rd down and 9 to go.
I tell you what, if these Wolverines get any kind of rhythm, I bet you they run a lot of plays, man. They can
turn them around.
They can get going in a hurry. Same formation. Daniele. Oh, he saw Mulvaney coming. It was a bit of a screen, and Fay straight up, but there's a flag on the play.
He's got enough for the first.
And another flag. He certainly got the 1st down. Bit of a screen.
So last one might be an unsportsman.
he's. I got the glare here. I can't really tell. He's talking to the Wolverines side. 2 flags. And they're having a discussion. And it's going to be against the Wolverines.
See what the white hat says. Block for the back.
I didn't see the play. Yep, blocking the back.
Westwood now set back inside their own 5-yard line to 3rd and 13. 3rd and 15.
So we'll replay it. It'll be 3rd and about 12 from about the 6-yard line. And the hill has changed. And it's going to be a short pass, but it's a wobbly pass. Doesn't even get to the intended receiver, Mahoney. And that'll bring up 4th and about 12 from their own 6-yard line, and that'll force a punt.
Punt team comes on for Westwood with 9:41 to play here in the 3rd quarter.
Maybe it's the 8-yard line, closer to 10. 9:41 to go in the 3rd quarter, and I haven't seen a whole lot of offense yet. A lot of incomplete passes, a lot of stops at the clock.
Tons of stops.
And Illy now, the jack of all trades, is kicking. And another flag, another whistle.
And offsides.
And this is getting a little ridiculous. This is a tough game to call. It must be frustrating to watch as a parent.
Offsides call on Westwood. Backing them up to their own 2-yard line.
And now Daniele's on the back of his end zone. Good snap. And it's a tough kick into the wind. It's just going to hang. And fair catch by Salyards and a lot of traffic. That was an interesting catch in there.
Yeah.
But he had room to do it.
Westwood 30-yard line. Start the drive with 9:28 left to play in the 3rd quarter.
So it was 9:28 to go in the 3rd. That was about a 25-yard kick. They'll start at the
30, it looks like.
about the 30, just inside the 30. So a short field for the Hillers. Tried to look to add on to a 14-0 lead. And a handoff to Mulvaney, and he breaks through the middle, and he picks up about, we'll say he picks up 8 or 9 yards on the carry, just straight up the middle, running hard.
It took 4 Wolverines to take him down.
Mark James finishing up on the tackle, but a few Wolverines were pulling him from behind.
8 on the play. Cam Mulvaney. Called 9. That'll be a 2nd and 1 for Hopkinton.
Bernardin in the shotgun, and Mulvaney to the right. Getting the play from the coach. Oh,
Yeah.
and another flag.
Offsides on the Hillers.
And got to be a pre-snap on the Hillers. Procedure. 5-yard penalty, and it's going to be 2nd and about 6. Bernardin, kind of a tight formation, fakes the handoff, and he throws down the left sideline to his brother, and I think the reason for the no flag is that
He was going for the ball?
well, he was kind of going for the ball, but it was so far underthrown.
Yeah.
Brings up a 3rd down.
You got there a little early, but
Yep.
you know, we can watch this here. No, did we lose it?
I just watched it again.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Was it a little?
No, it was called right.
It was called right. Okay, so that brings up 3rd and 6, and we'll call it from the 25-yard line. And Bernard looks left, looks right away, throws to Salyards. Nobody's on him, and there's going to be a flag on the play.
It's holding back here.
And he's out of bounds at around the 15-yard line. But the back judge threw that a long way.
I think we got to hold him over here.
On the block?
Yep.
Every other play is a flag. And it is on the Hillers.
Penalty on the Hillers will back them up a bit.
Oh, pass
Oh,
interference.
pass interference. Wow.
You know what? He might have been trying to block before the
Before the ball was
thrown.
yes, yep.
Or as the ball was being thrown, he might have been out and had contact.
Yeah, it looks like there was. I saw because it came in the backfield here.
Right.
It looked like there was some holding going on.
Yeah, he just got to him. He just got to him too early, is what it was.
From the Westwood 40-yard
So now it's third and 21. We'll call it 3rd and 21. Bernard in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the left. He's back. Here comes the blitz, and he dumps it over the middle, and it's dropped by Keefe. A little behind him, but catchable, and he drops it, and he was
Right.
going to be close to a first down. He was pretty well covered, but could have got the first down, but it drops, and now it's going to be 4th and 21, so the Hillers will have to kick. And looks like Mahoney's deep, and Tommy Bernardin will do the kicking. Mahoney, that's an easy one to get.
That's
right?
an easy one.
I can, I'm not really related to some Mahoney, so I get that name.
Yeah, you are.
And Bernardin's just a little poocher, and it's going to drop. Mahoney let it go, and he should have never let it go.
Yeah.
You got to catch those balls. It rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line,
by Tommy Bernardin.
and he's
Yeah.
just got to come up. He gave it a little pooch,
Westwood will take over 1st and 10.
and he let it drop.
7:53 left to play in the third quarter. The score.
Coach is going to let him hear something about that for sure. Call the fair catch, come up and get it.
Yep.
So with 7:53 to go in the third quarter, the Wolverines will take over at their own 5-yard line. And apparently they don't want to set out the offense.
Right. I think this.
It's almost like it's a change of quarter.
I was going to say, do they think it's already? I mean, it's already a quarter's gone by in time, but you would think that.
I think that was a record number of flags in one quarter.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on here. This is
They
a
must have-
long delay.
Must have called a timeout.
Yep.
Yeah.
There it is.
Calling a timeout.
So they take a timeout, then they call the timeout.
Yeah, right. Well, if we're going to get charged one anyway, you might as well
Yeah,
take it.
might as well
right?
take it.
Timeout on the field. Again, 7:53 left.
This has been a very interesting game.
Wow.
To watch.
So I'd like to remind everyone to watch the volleyball game. They can go right next door at 6:30. The Hillers take on the Mohawks and Millers. Next week is Dig Peak against Ashland here on Friday.
What is that?
Dig Peak is their big cancer fundraiser.
Okay. Gotcha. Pink, yeah, I gotcha. So as far as the Hillers schedule coming up, they have a home date with Holliston next week. And then the MIAA playoffs and/or consolation round will begin, what's that, Friday, November 2nd? Or November 1st. Anyway, it's the first Friday of November. They'll play those games. We don't know what that schedule will be like
Correct.
as it plays out. And then this year we host, I believe, probably the 96th annual. It's going to be in that ballpark.
We should be around 96.
96th Thanksgiving Day game between the Hillers and the Clockers. And Westwood, oh, jeez, another
Hey, it's a
penalty.
whistle.
Flag on the play. We have offsides on Westwood.
Another penalty. If I didn't know better, I would think it's an August game scrimmage.
First and 15 now for Westwood. Back
I mean,
right at the goal line.
these guys got to be calling it just a little tight, right?
Yeah. Well, maybe they don't want to get home. Maybe the refs don't want to get home.
I do. Get a message down there for me.
Yeah.
I got my Friday night back now that the game's over.
Well,
Right?
they get their Friday nights
Yeah.
badly.
That's right.
This is their first. Maybe the telling their spouses they're still at home, still at work,
That's right.
and then when it's game time,
That's right.
it's bar time. Yeah.
All right, so
That
he
works.
picked up about 4 on the play, second and 11. Second and 9, I'm sorry. And Mahoney, no, not Mahoney, that's Fay on the carry. And he picks up a few yards. Gets out to about we'll call it the 7-8 yard line. Well, actually, he's probably closer to the 9. That's just the way the angle is. No, you know what? He's only out to the, maybe about the 8-yard line. And that's going to be 3rd and 7. Then he's looking to throw. He's got double coverage. He just threw into.
Almost intercepted.
And it was that Bernardin?
Yep.
No,
No.
Salads on the deflection intended for Mark James, and that'll bring up fourth and about 7, and they're gonna have to punt it from there, no doubt.
Yeah.
So it's still 6:30 to go in the third quarter. We got a.
You know, all these years that I never put chairs for the broadcasters, I think this is one of those games that you'd probably like to have a chair.
Yeah. And the snap is good. And he gets a high end over a kick, and it's fair catch, and he lets it go. Salyers let it go, and another 6, 7, 8 yards on the roll. Oh, maybe that wasn't Salyers. But anyway, it should have been, could have had it right around the 50-yard line,
Right.
but nobody wants to catch the ball on this windy day. And it's working out for the punt team right now. All right, so the Hillers will start their drive at their own 45-yard line. Bernardin back to pass. Saporocious on the wing, 3 receivers to the left. And here comes the blitz, and he gets it away to the single receiver down, and he got Tommy Bernardin down the right sideline, and he's tackled down around the 5-yard line. But a nice throw under duress, number 21, Shea Longain was in, but nobody's going downfield. So what happened here?
A flag back here at the 35.
And are we talking offensive pass interference? We
Yep.
are.
Yes, we are.
Pass interference called on the Hillers.
Oh.
Boy, I'd like to see the replay on that.
Yeah, well, we can.
A little ticky-tack there, maybe. I mean,
Yeah,
there was contact, and he had to make his way around him, but I've never seen so many flags thrown in a high school football game.
Yeah, this is more like
Or any football game.
This
for
is
that
more
matter.
like East Squad Papuana right now. That's what it reminds me of.
So that backs him up to the 30. So the long gain, it was a 50-yard gain, wiped out. And Bernardin, a quick toss out to the right, and he has Salyers maybe? Or Keefe, number 6 down there, down to about the 40-yard line, brings up 2nd and 15.
Second down and 15 to go for the Hillers.
Even longer than that. He didn't get quite to the 40-yard line. Got to the 38. 2nd and 17. So he's got 3 receivers to the left, Mulvaney to the right, and a wide receiver to the right. And they're coming from the right hash. And, yeah, that was a delayed snap somehow. The center didn't get it out. I saw everybody.
Everyone moved.
Yeah, that one was legit. Delayed. So we're going to back it up. We'll call it 2nd and 23.
The camera doesn't show the penalty. That
Doesn't.
no.
Now, if we had both cameras going with it, or is it?
We might have got lucky.
Yeah.
John is staying pretty wide up there so he could get everything.
Okay. All right, 2nd and 23. This just.
And folks, we got to mention again, this is the third quarter.
Yeah, and there's still 4:49 to go in the third quarter. You might want to call a pizza in. We're going to be here for a while.
I got to call my crew, make sure they can get that volleyball game started before I get there.
And he throws down the sideline, and Hamblett catches the ball. Nice catch. It's going to be right around the first down. He's going to be about a yard short. Hamblett went up to get it.
All the way within a yard of the first down. Yeah, 21 on the play.
So it's going to be third. I think it's third down. I see a 2 over there. I saw a 4 over there, but I think it's third. And it's offside. And Mulvaney breaks it through. And he's going down the left sideline. He's going to be in for the score. But there's a flag on the play, and I'm guessing it's defensive offside.
I'm
the way
hoping
everybody's
it is.
reacting.
Yeah. They like it.
Yeah, he's
Run by Cam Mulvaney.
pointing to the Westwood side. So it's going to be.
It looks like the call is going to go against Westwood.
Yeah, so that was a
Too many men on the field.
too many men on the field. What's their second time doing that? Wow. And even with the 12th man, they couldn't get Mulvaney, who busted up the middle and out to the left, down, and beat everybody to the end zone. So Mulvaney goes. That had to be a 55-yard touchdown run.
Yes.
So we'll go with 55 yards.
I like 55. 55 is great.
We'll go with 55. And the Hillers are up 20-0 right now, pending this extra point. And it's up, it's up, it's up, it's up, and it's good. Boy, that's like a lob wedge coming in there. You know?
It was.
It looks good.
I was afraid it was going to fall in front of the post.
So at 4:03, we'll call it a 55-yard TD run by Mulvaney. And the Hillers go up 21-0 with the extra point. Well, Mike, now it's starting to become a little bit of a separation here, and hopefully they start to run the ball. And
right, exactly.
Get this clock moving down a little bit.
Let's run it, keep it going. There is no need for have this much time left to play.
So I got a couple of announcements here. We had Offensive Player of the Game last week against the Medfield Warriors on offense. David Quinones, and on defense, Drew Saparocious. So hats off to those two for a good game last week. And every week they do, the Hillers gather and they elect those performances for each week. And the ball just blew off the tee. Maybe it's all the hot air up here.
The flag's not even moving, too.
It's got to be us. It's got to be the hot air.
Yep.
David Quinones, one of the big hogs up front last week. And he drives the ball right by number 29, George Maroon. And he's got nowhere to go. He picked it up around the 2-yard line, makes his way all the way out to
Nice tackle.
makes it out to about the 12-yard line. And number 28 is on the tackle. 28, Eric Davis, the senior.
54 left to play here in the third quarter.
Eric Davis, the junior. My fault. No, I'm sorry. It's Eric Davis, the senior. So the Wolverines will take over at the, we'll call it the 13-yard line, 1st and 10. Just a note that their starting quarterback was injured. The senior captain, Jake Paff. Injured in the second quarter, hasn't seen action. Backup quarterback listed as a receiver. Daniele is the quarterback now. And he's going to throw the ball, and he's going to throw, and it's almost picked, well played by Tommy Hamblett, intended receiver, Shane Lonane. So that's 2nd and 10 from the 13. Tommy Hamblett making his way into the announcement and onto the play sheet with another pass defensed. Nice catch in the last drive for the Hillers. 2nd and 10. Daniele looks the other way, looks, throws, and he hits Rowan Curtin on the in, or maybe a slant, for about 7 yards. It'd be 3rd and 3. At least it's manageable for Westwood. They haven't had too many manageable downs.
No, not at all.
Daniele drops. He looks to the far side. It's caught, and it's going to be close with the reach out as Curtin lunged forward. But I think he's going to be a little short.
No, looks like they're moving him.
Oh, they're moving him. So it was
That was a good reach.
a very good effort
Yeah.
by the wide receiver to get that first down because he was short. I'm not sure who was on the tackle. It could have been Eric Davis. And so they'll move it. They'll reset the chains at about the 26-yard line. Maybe the 24-yard line. And we have another whistle. And defensive. Oh. I don't know what that is.
Westwood offsides?
That's usually a defensive offside sign. Yeah, first and 15 from the 19. Get a stack trips to the right. And he's looking right, and he's going to throw behind. And a great pursuit by Saparocious came down the line.
It looks like he loses about 3 more.
Yeah, James caught that ball with the stack.
Maybe
And
one.
Saparocious was able to track him down from the linebacker position. So, second down and 15.
17. They
17.
lost 2 on that one.
Yeah, I guess so. Back around the 18-yard line. They could get out to the 34 for a first down. Daniele looks, and he floats one out to Rowan, and he's going to pick up a few yards.
Yep.
Rowan Curtin on the coverage, on the catch, and he's out.
Probably about 8.
8 yards, yeah. 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7.
3rd and 8.
Yeah, we'll call it 3rd. Maybe 3rd and 9. Call it 3rd and 9.
All right.
Good
call
pickup
it.
on the play. Daniele has Hall in the backfield and the pistol behind him. Now he shifts him to his right. And a rollout to the right. And he's got Saparocious on his tail. Throws a nice ball down low for James. And they're giving him the catch. He came right up, said, I caught it. And that's got to the down marker and came right across.
He had it.
And he's got it. Lakasha trying to give his 2 cents by waving it off, but didn't.
You're always going to plead your case, no matter which side you believe.
That's right. Didn't quite go his way, but that's all right. And we have Daniele back to pass, throws over the middle, and it's knocked away by Lakasha. The intended receiver, Curtin, had to go high for it. Lakasha was able to make up some ground and knock it out of his hands. Yeah, it was just brought to our attention at what time did the Mosquitoes come out?
6:15 is the Hopkins.
Is the official 6:15 rule?
6:15. So they have 45 minutes
the way this is
to
going,
finish this up.
The way this is going, we might see 1 or 2.
I have to get out a half hour because then you got to get the crew out. Got to be 6 because then you have to get people safely to their cars.
That's right. So Daniele back. He's going to throw over the middle again, and James had one hand on it but couldn't get it in. He would have been probably short of the first down, but very close had he caught it. Salyards and Saparocious in the area. So that brings up a 3rd and 10 from the Wolverine 35-yard line. And I can hear the band playing away a little bit over there. I can feel the beat. Can't hear it. I guess I can feel it. And this play is taking a long time. So this back official puts up his hand. I believe it's 10 seconds to go to get the play off. They generally don't call you for delay a game, but he's letting you know.
They're calling everything.
He's got him open. He's got him open. Pereira on the tackle. Somehow he got loose. He split Pereira and Salyards and broke into the middle of the field.
First down, 35-yard line for Westwood.
So it was a long pass.
That should do it for the third quarter.
That's a 30-yard pass. And that'll be the last play of the third quarter. At the end of 3, the Hill is 21. Hill is 21. Wolverines, nothing.
Can you believe it? We are in the fourth quarter.
I can believe it. I think I'd be arriving right now if the game was on a normal time, right?
I just looked at our record deck to see it. We're on our second hour. 2 hours, 5 minutes of recording. That includes 10 minutes halftime.
So it's 5:30. Yeah, 5:30.
5:30.
Yeah. Yeah, this has been a long game.
I'm just hoping that our other crew, Barry Arnott, Bob Hamilton, Tom and Samantha Dings, are heading over to the high school now to get ready for varsity volleyball.
That's all.
Coming up next here on HCAM, Hillers take on Millis.
Yeah, is it one of those things where you get bumped because something's more important than the other?
No, it's the game's going to start whether we're there or not. So they don't wait for us.
It's like live coverage. We're leaving the network to go
Right.
bring you the start of because of contract obligations,
Right,
that
it's
kind of thing.
yes, it's definitely not like you get the TV breaks where the TV judges, the timeouts and everything. So you don't have that.
Yeah, you don't have the official looking up in the booth
Well,
saying, "Okay, we're back."
We were supposed to go live at 6:30 when the game starts, and they decide to get done early. And they decide to start the game at 20 after 6 instead of 6:30, and it just drives you crazy.
It certainly does. Daniele coming at Hamlet, running him down, and he just throws it. He throws it. Oh, he tried to get a
he did have a receiver.
But he had
Gallagher open.
He had Tommy Hamlet and Hayes, Pearson, Woodruff all over him to get him out of the pocket.
Brings up a 2nd and 10 for Westwood.
So he did everything he could to give it a shot. He had his receiver down along the right sideline, but had to throw it too far out of bounds. Almost like he was throwing it away.
Throwing it away. Right. I thought he was going to throw it away. I didn't see Gallagher there.
So Daniele, the shotgun with Hall, the pistol behind him, and it's a quick funnel to James, and he's got a little bit of room, and
4 or 5 out of it?
Yeah, gets about 5 yards out of it, so it makes it a manageable third down. Be third and about 5 from the
30-yard line.
from the just inside the 30-yard line. We'll call it the 29. I don't know if they're giving Fay a break, but it seems that Hall is getting a little more of the reps in the backfield now for the Wolverines.
I wasn't sure if that was AC/DC played or if that was the bells to one of the 1 hour till the Triple E starts.
And Lakasha on the tackle, and right over the hands of Saporosha. Daniele put it in there to James. No, maybe it was Curtin.
Yep.
And that'll bring up 1st and 10 as the Wolverines got a little something going now. Daniele in the back in the shotgun, and it's a handoff straight up the middle to Hall, and he doesn't get much. He got sandwiched by 2 Hillers coming from each side. We're able to grab him, slowed him down. They picked up about 3 on the play. 2nd and 7. 10:22 to go in the final quarter. Barring any miraculous comeback by the Wolverines, which they had several years ago, they threw 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter.
The fourth quarter, yes, to come back and win.
Come back and win it, and it's a hard throw over the middle, and it's intended for Curtin, but broken up by Salyards.
What a nice pass too that was.
He's got a pretty good arm on him.
Yeah.
He can just probably hasn't been getting all those reps and.
Right. I mean, for the most part, wide receivers can throw the ball because usually they catch you and they're throwing it back.
Yeah,
so
they got good hands and
yeah.
Good strong fingers and the like. This kid's a bigger kid too, and probably has a bigger set of hands. And Fay makes his way back into the backfield. And the blitz, and Daniele steps up, and he's got
to keep it.
He's got to
go for that first down.
Beats it and gets into the end zone. So that'll be an 18-yard touchdown run by Daniele. And he finally got to the corner, but the blitz came off the edge. It looked like Zach Levy was coming in from the left side,
Yep.
and he just stepped up, made his way to the sideline, then up. So it's an 18-yard touchdown run by Daniele, and that makes it 21-6. And Daniele's going to kick, and James Jr. is going to hold. Let's see what we have here. It's a down, and it looks good. It's good.
It is good.
So Daniele gets the extra point to make it 21-7. The Hillers with 9:51 to go as they come upfield. We'll give you that. HCAM Sports is sponsored by our viewers and by the dentist at Hopkinton. Founded by Dr. Jill Tansey in 2003, the dentist at Hopkinton provides state-of-the-art dental care in a comfortable and relaxing setting to patients of all ages. They are located at 77 Main Street and online at hopdent.com.
Right upstairs, second floor of our building.
There you go. Right
HCAM
upstairs.
headquarters.
They happen to be my dentist.
HCAM World Studios right there.
HCAM World Studios. We can reach. We have the reach.
We do have the reach. We have, as a matter of fact, we are reaching this week. This is Connections Week at HCAM, where we are reaching out to everybody, showing how we connect the community. We have been pushing ourselves in our social media, Instagram, our website, Facebook, Twitter, a little bit of YouTube, everything. And we're getting the word out, how we connect the community, bring games like this here to the people at home.
Daniele is going to be kicking north to south. Salyards, Mulvaney deep, but nobody's been going too deep.
No.
Everything's been more of a squibber kind of thing. And it's an onside kick.
Oh, it hit another player.
It was an illegal kick.
Yeah.
It was touched by.
They're just going to let it go?
No, they give an option, I think, but he'll take it where it got.
Oh, they're going to take it where it hit. Yeah. Good.
First and 10 Hillers from right around the 44-yard line.
Perfect.
Yeah, that wasn't exactly how they had it designed, I can tell you that.
Really? Why? Why would you say that?
Just saying, you generally don't touch the ball 3 yards in.
Yeah.
So, as a result, the Hillers will get the ball in terrific field position at the 43-yard line of the Wolverines. And I'll be honest with you, quite frankly, it hasn't been good for them to start on this side
Not
of
on
the
this
field.
side of the field, right. They've had that shown already.
So Bernardin barking it out. 3 receivers to the left, Mulvaney to his right. Looks over to get the signal from coach. Mulvaney moves over to the left. Defense resets. And the option, and Bernardin gets smoked. And likely going to be a hold on this, but Mulvaney comes all the way down to the 20-yard line on the pitched ball. But generally when that ball was thrown, when the flag was thrown, there must have been a holding that allowed him to get to the outside that freely. There was nobody out there after the pitch, but Bernardin gets smoked by number 52, Liam Dulia.
There's your hold right there, 10 yards.
Flag move against the Hillers, and they'll back him up. They're on territory at the 49-yard line.
All right, so that backs him up. First down. First and about 18.
Yeah,
being a spot foul. And he's got trips right as Tommy Bernardin gets set over here to the near side. Bernardin throws, and it's caught by Tommy Bernardin as he slanted into the middle, picked it out with his hands, and it was well covered. And number 6, Kyle Burgess on the coverage and tackle, gets it down to about the 30-yard line. First and 10 for the Hillers as they get up to the line of scrimmage quickly. And he hands off to Mulvaney. And he's picking his way through, and another flag. Likely a hold again. Likely a hold again. As this gets pretty frustrating for the players as well. No, it's against the Wolverines. A nice run by Mulvaney. We'll have a few more tacked onto it. He picked up about 8 yards on the play. Let's see what the call is. Personal foul.
Personal foul.
Face mask.
It's a face mask call against Westwood. Moving the Hillers up.
All the way down to the 11-yard line. So they can get a first down technically, I guess.
11-yard line.
Well, you think with this game going on, as long as it did,
Yeah,
maybe
right.
it should have been here. I can see the girls are done with their field hockey.
Oh, Lama's twins are walking by. I got you.
Yeah, see, they looks like they tied. I don't know who they played. I can assume they played Westwood.
And the ball is caught by Keefe, and he gets the touchdown.
Brian Keefe lunging into the end zone.
So an 11-yard pass. Pass to Keefe, number 6 in your program.
Touchdown. The Hillers go ahead 27-7.
Picks up the touchdown from the 11. It's now 27-7 pending the extra point.
Robbie Bernard on the extra point. Aiden Kelly on the hold.
Aiden Kelly with the hold. Snap is good. And the hold is
Excellent.
good. And the kick is good.
Laces were out.
Everything executed. And your Hillers
Wolverines 7.
take a 28-7 lead as we head back outfield with 8:08 to go in the game. That was a pretty well executed drive, Don. I'm Don. Mike,
Where is Don? We need Don.
pretty well executed drive by the Hillers.
Yep.
And Bernard doing most of it through the air. A couple of nice runs by Mulvaney. But I would say this game is safely. Yeah, I'm going to say safely in the bag. And the cheerleaders do their
21
push-ups.
push-ups, so.
Some good technique, some not so good technique. But, you know, those are the push-ups.
Push-up's a push-up.
Push-up's a push-up, right? It's getting pretty chilly, too, so they might want to have they might like to do those push-ups every now and again.
I wouldn't mind doing one right now if I could.
I'm good, thanks.
I mean, I could do it. I can't do it in the press box.
I hear you.
Thank you.
Ethan Champlin on the kick, and he line drives it down. James is going to pick it up at about the 18-yard line. Goes across the field, gets the corner, and turns it up, and he's still going, gets out to about the 42-yard line. A nice run by James, but it just might be a little too late. It looked like, I'll give 14. Nicholas on the tackle. And we got another penalty?
Shocker.
Oh, what a shocker.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
So from the 42, it's going to go all the way back to about the 26-yard line. And my goodness gracious.
The man, the myth, the legend.
I might have just seen a ghost.
That's not even funny.
That's true. You're right. Well, welcome to the booth. My good friend and colleague here for the last 4 years, Donnie Lehman. How are we doing, Don?
How you doing, Rick?
I'm doing well.
Jeez, I didn't think Mikey was going to put me right to work. I'm out of breath.
That's all right. I've been carrying him. I'll carry you for now, all right?
What else is new? I'll tell you what, that score looks good.
Yeah. It's been an interesting game. It's probably been, and I'm not kidding, probably 30 penalties called in this game.
Wow, it's a trickle-down effect from the NFL.
I think so.
Well, I was down on the lower field. Field hockey had a tough game there for parent appreciation, but I saw that they were up 14-0 after at halftime.
Yeah, they were at half, 14-0, yeah.
And then what happened since then?
Well, we've scored 2 more, and they scored 1, but most of it through the air. Bernardin has thrown well. He's hit both. Let's see, at 4:03, a 55-yard run by Mulvaney, and then an 18-yard hook up to, that was Daniele, then 11-yard pass to Keefe, just his previous one.
This is the booth looks fantastic here. We've got a monitor where we can see.
It's an 8-second delay to the stream.
Okay, but we can at least see. Yeah.
The problem is you're still watching this when you go down. We need it a little more. But Daniele hands off to Fay, and he picks up about we'll call it 5. It's going to be 3rd and about 2.
So
3rd and 1.
Looks like Westwood got a little bit of size on their offensive line there.
They are fairly big on the line. They lost their starting quarterback in the second quarter.
Okay.
Looks like he hurt his shoulder some way. But Fay gets wrapped. Yeah, it's going to be a horse collar or a face mask on this call, as the back got wrenched back.
Tried to go for the quick snap there to catch him off guard.
Well, they've been going pretty quick. They both teams can line right up and get going. Yeah.
Now you guys have touched on Coach McLean, new here, taking over.
Got the same energy he's had as a defensive coordinator, now as the head coach.
He's a fun guy.
He's got a lot of energy, and it is going to be a personal foul. Bring the ball probably out close to midfield. Well, how about midfield? We'll call it midfield.
Field looks to be in great shape.
Yeah, I was wondering if it would be a little wet with the rain. We had quite a few inches of rain, but we had a lot of wind too, so it probably dried out pretty good. But nobody's really been slipping. It's been good traction. We got a stack trips left for the Wolverines, and you got Hall back there with Daniele, and he's going to step up again. He's got the long touchdown run as he gets tripped up for about a 5-yard gain out to about the 45.
Yeah, the defensive end, number 9. And, again, I haven't watched the team yet this year, but he had nice penetration. The quarterback read that, stepped it up, and he made the best that he could do there.
So good luck. We don't have a 9 on the roster. That is Ethan Champlin, who likely forgot his jersey, and it's probably taking a little bit of heat around.
There was a time in life where you wouldn't get on the field if you forgot your jersey, but this is a new generation.
Yeah. So Daniele's back. Oh, he's setting up a screen. He was trying to set up a screen, and it was intended for Curtin, but it looked like it was a screen, but maybe not.
Well, he took a deep drop there, and 54, Luke McDonald was being held, but maybe the refs are tired of throwing the flag here with 5:47 left in the fourth quarter.
They should be.
Really, there's been that many.
In one drive, in one series alone, there were 6 flags thrown that ultimately had the Hillers have the punt from 4th and.
It was in a row.
Yeah, it was in a row.
It's funny because I thought the game was going on, taking a long time.
Yeah, well, it was an hour and 10 in the first half. And he's hit, and he's nice catch. That's interference by Salyards, but Mahoney made the catch anyway, and Daniele made the throw while was it Hamblett maybe that rushed in and got a piece of him?
Yeah, it was Tommy Hamblett had good pressure there, and the quarterback stepped up, made a nice throw where the receiver had to come back for it, which caused Cole to kind of come over his back a little bit, but it was good concentration to make the catch.
So you spot the ball inside the 30 to about the 27-yard line, maybe the 28. And the lights have come on here at Dave Hughes Stadium. And Yelly throws again. He's got him open. He's got James open down the middle, and he overthrew him. Barrera on the coverage. Just a little bit of a chase, but that ball was thrown on time or on target. They'd have 6.
Yeah, that was a nice post route that the Westwood boy ran, and the quarterback just stepped up, just overthrew him, or that would have been a touchdown.
And as we said, this is junior Connor Daniele. He's actually listed as a wide receiver. Stepping in and quarterback duty. He's done an admirable job doing that course, we wish the best to Jake Paff, who injured his shoulder in the second quarter. Daniele back to throw. He's got time, and he's finally going to get sacked by Saparocious and cleaned up by David Quinones.
That's what I would call a coverage sack there, Rick. He had plenty of time. He had 3-4 seconds easily, and he had plenty of time to throw the ball, and there just wasn't anybody open. And then Saparocious kind of broke through at the last minute and got him with a big loss here. So, I mean, the Wolverines, this is they're in desperate times here. This is obviously 2-down territory. You've got to get a touchdown here.
Mike and I were conversing a little bit about a few years back when Westwood threw for three touchdowns.
Why do we have to? I thought you guys were being nice to me. Why do you have to bring that game up?
Was Sammy playing that?
Yes, it was horrible.
Oh.
My God.
I didn't know how many years ago it was. They
Yeah,
were playing together.
I remember it. It was a nightmare.
Well, it's not like you played it, Don.
Well,
Well, you
believe
might
me.
know it was like he played it if its skin was in it.
You guys know how I am.
Yeah.
Had to keep shutting your mic down.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't calling the game. I was over there pacing.
So how many years ago was that? 5 years ago?
That was their senior year. So yeah, he's a senior now. So that would be four years ago, I guess.
All right, so it's
they're not okay. They're not playing.
it's fourth and a long ways. Daniele back. He's just going to throw. Mahoney was open in the center of the field, but he just throws a hard shot to intended receiver was Burgess, and he just ran out of time and space.
He kind of has a funny way to throw the ball there. He looks like a receiver.
Yeah. Well, he's throwing a couple of good balls. You're right. You got a little hitch there somewhere.
Yeah.
A lot of balls go low. So the Wolverines turn it over on downs, and 28-7 with 3:20 to go.
So have you guys discussed the what the playoff situation is?
Well,
I know that
we don't really know. I mean, this moves the Hillers to 2-3. No, 2-4. I'm sorry.
2-4,
3-4 could get you in. We've seen that.
Okay.
But right now they sit ninth in Division 4 South, and it's
How many get in? 8?
I don't know if it's 8 or 6 or 4. Or, I'm guessing it's 4.
Right.
So I think it's a pretty big hill to climb for them.
Okay.
But we'll know after the Holliston game. They needed this one. All right, and Salyards gets away on a little out pattern, cuts across the field. He's down at the 20, and it looks like he's going to get down to about the 10-yard line. So Salyards picks up about 55 yards on the play, and on the tackle, number 34, Colin Fay. So the Hillers get it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
Yeah, Cole Salyards just kind of ran it out there. He was open, came back for the ball, made a nice move to get around one guy. Number 11, Tommy Bernardin threw a nice downfield block to just break that and get an extra another 30 yards. Excellent effort by both boys.
So he's going to throw it. He looked left, comes back right, and it's picked off by Mahoney. Mahoney's cut in front of Salyards, and he gets it out all the way to the 34-yard line, but looked like that was intended for Cole Salyards or possibly Keefe, but I think it was Salyards, and Mahoney cut in front. Don.
Yeah, I mean that's a that's a tough call there. I mean you kind of running the clock out here and throwing. That's a dangerous pass to throw anytime. Glad that the Hillers recovered there and didn't let that kid take it all the way back, or that could have been giving them a little bit of momentum.
Could have made the last 2:20 a little more interesting,
right.
For sure. But they've been struggling. Westwood has getting the
offensively.
Yeah, just struggling getting things going.
What's their record?
They are 2-3 coming in, but they had not won in the Tri-Valley yet.
Okay.
So they'll continue to go winless. They were sitting at number 5 in the poll.
Okay.
At Division 4 South.
Too many men.
Another too many men.
That's going to drive a coach crazy.
Well, this is the third one.
Third one? Wow.
The interesting thing is you almost never see it on offense.
I know, that's true. That's true.
Hey, what are you doing here? I'm supposed to be here. At least you spread out a little more on defense, right?
That's the third one for Westwood?
Yes,
wow.
It is.
Okay.
All right, so Daniele hands off right up to Fay, and he's taken down by Hamblett at about the 30-yard line.
Some aggressive blocking going in there. 52's trying to throw his weight around. Looks like we're getting some second teamers in here.
And number 19, Declan Herr makes his way onto the field for Salyards. All right, so with 1:46 to go, Daniele hands it off to, that's a new number. Number 29 is George Maroon. And he gets out to about the 34, 33-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's playing hard out there. You know, even if you don't, you work all week in practice, especially as a second stringer. You get your opportunity to get on that field, and it's opportunities you never forget.
I don't know what just happened over there, but there's a flag was thrown late. It's against Westwood. I'm guessing it's against the bench. And I think maybe one official just had enough. I mean, I don't know what that is. That behind the and there's
another flag.
Yeah, it's coming from that's a bench foul. No, you can't have a timeout now. Yeah, he's had enough of this guy.
Is the Westwood coach, where did he come from?
I don't know. He's Brad Pindell. I don't know where he's from. He's been here for now, Manti was the coach before that.
Yeah, I remember Manti.
3 years now?
Yeah, I know he's been gone for a couple of years.
Yeah, so that's obviously frustration building in. And
right.
Not liking necessarily what's going on, and
at this point, you just want to finish the game strong.
Yeah, you would
here.
think that
show some sportsmanship, and let's move on.
And we're going to have a timeout, and that brings the ball all the way back to the 16-yard line. You don't want this to get too unsportsmanlike here. You just want to get it going.
Yeah, I know.
Run a few plays. Let's get out of here.
Right.
Call it a day.
So what is the plan? So next week, unfortunately, it is afternoon game next week.
Right now, it's set at 2:00 next Saturday.
Yep.
But any kind of frost or freeze before then.
You think they would move it back? That would be great.
I think they would.
I'm here if it's Friday night, Ricky.
I can't be here Friday night. That's
really? That's the rub.
Thing.
Oh, boy.
That's the rub. I can do Saturday at 2.
Okay.
And there's a run up the middle.
This is why Mike Tarosian gets the big bucks.
Yeah, he's got to do all the juggling. I think Maroon up the middle for about, we'll call it 5.
Maroon for another carry up the middle, gains about 5 yards. He'd be 4th down and long for Westwood.
And 4th and Cornell's to go.
I'll drink to that.
And that's just going to let no. Why is the clock stopped?
It's not stopped.
Oh, well, it looked like it was at 105 for forever. So he's going to just run it down and call a timeout? I guess he is. And he's just waiting for it to get there. So it's going to be 42 seconds to go, a 4th and a long ways to go. And he just doesn't want to have that much time on the clock. Not that it really matters at this point, but
I would think the Hillers, if they take possession, they'll just get in victory formation here, and let's call it a day.
You would think.
Is Holliston at the top of
They are. They're in Division 5 South, and
Yep.
One of the top 3 teams at 5-0 right now.
Okay.
I believe they play Ashland this weekend. So, bad kick. And goes out of bounds.
I'm looking forward to getting another shot at Ashland on Thanksgiving. I can tell you that.
Well, you've always been a Thanksgiving Day guy. We can open up in Thanksgiving. Are we ready for Thanksgiving yet? No, you've always been that guy.
Yeah. I did see the Hillers play over in Ashland a few weeks ago, and they played well. They had every opportunity to win the game. It kind of got away from them at the end there. But I think that the revenge is going to be on their mind, and if there's one way to erase a sour season or a season where you have a record that is, sub 500.
Yeah.
It's a win on Turkey Day.
Right. All right, so to wrap this game up, it's 23 seconds to go. Your Hillers will take home a 28-7 win. A 40-yard pass, Bernardin to Bernardin in the first. A 4-yard interception return by Saparocious made it 14-0. A 55-yard run by Mulvaney, 4:03 in the third, made it 21-0. An 18-yard Daniele run made it 21-7, and then the final score with a pass to Keefe, 11 yards, 28-7. Your Hillers take the game by that score, 28-7. I would like to thank Mike Terosian stepping in for Don Lehman, who got the last 8 minutes or maybe 5 minutes.
I was happy. I was really happy to make it over here.
Half an hour in this game.
That's right.
Do I get paid my whole salary
Yeah,
for the
he gets
game,
it
though?
all.
Oh, I get paid the whole salary.
He renegotiated his own contract.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
So for John Ritz, Mike Terosian, Brian Herr on the music, he's Don Lehman. I'm Rick DeCina. We'll see you next week versus Holliston.